Welcome back to the Hot Seat SA. The Senzo Muyo trial just took its most explosive turn yet. Accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube, took the stand and he did not hold back. He's launching a direct attack against lead investigator Brigadier Gininda, calling him an elder who is actively fabricating lies. Mncube is not just saying I didn't do it, he is tearing down the state's entire description of the shooter. He is throwing DNA exclusions, skin complexion differences, even the size of his eyes, right back at the prosecution. Let's roll the first clip where Mncube breaks down exactly why he claims the state's forensic and physical profile of the killer completely leaves him out of the picture. Take a look.
Oh, yes, in one of the statements that were provisionally admitted before court as exhibits here, Mr. Longwe says, and in fact, this is not actually him who says that. Even the witnesses were in the house. Those who came to testify here, Mr. Twala and Mr. Madlala, told to the court that soon after the gun-toting intruder got into the house as they were seated in the sitting room, then Longwe approached the gun-toting criminal and pushed him away, and then he found his way out and dashed outside.
Kwesinye seyitatimende ekhona ke lana sakhulungu Thwala akuyena yedwa ke okushoyo lokho nofakazi ke abeza la enkantolo bezokuthula ubufakazi uThwala kanye naye ke uMadlala bakushilo ke lokho ukuthi ke ngesikhathi angena ngaso lona owayephethe isibhamu uLongwe wasukuma wase emphushela ke eceleni uLongwe waphumela ngaphandle.
Do you recall that?
Uyakhumbula lokho?
Yeah, ngiyakhumbula.
Yes, I do recall.
Now, according to the narrative that Brigadier Gininda came and gave here at this court, he says that person who was pushed by Longwe, it's you.
Manje ke ngokwenkulumo yakhe uBrigadier Gininda ke kubufakazi ke afika abethula la phambi kwalenkantolo uthi lo muntu loyo owena.
Hawu Gininda umuntu omdala jona mama.
Gininda is an elder that is telling lies.
Mina ngihlangana nokufakazi senzo.
I have no involvement in Senzo's death.
Le nto into ekhandwa uGininda nethimba lakhe.
This is something that is just made up by Gininda and his team.
Mawuhlanganisa yonke into ekhulunywayo ubheka into ezenzakalayo akukho ongifakalayo.
When you look, when you put together everything that was said and what happened, then there is nothing that involves me there.
I-205 yami ithi ngangikwenye indawo.
My section 205 indicates that I was somewhere else.
I-DNA ithi akusimina.
The DNA excludes me.
Umbalo washiwa abantu abasendlini bathi umuntu wangenwa imnyama mina ngimhlophe.
The complexion that is given by the people in the house that's referring to someone who is black. I am white or light in complexion.
Abantu basendlini bathi wangena umuntu onama-dread amafishane nanama-dread amade.
The people in the house made mention of someone with short dreadlocks. I had long dreadlocks.
Abanye babo bathi wangena umuntu onegolide mina zange be negolide.
Others said someone with a gold entered the house. I never had gold.
Lezi zinto ezikhulumayo zonke ezinobufakazi obukhona lapha ngale court.
Now all of these things are being said. There's evidence of that before this court,
Ezikubonisayo ukuthi lapha mina kahlahla ngikho la.
which indicate that I am not involved here.
uGininda yozame ukufoster into ayibonayo ukuthi ayifostekile kodwa wayifoster.
It is Gininda who tried to force something or to make something out of something that is not there.
Kodwa ubufakazi obula kule court le hayi mina ngikho lapho.
But the evidence that is before this court, I do not form part of that. I am not there.
Ngoba ngisho amehla amakhulu lawa ashiwo laphana anginawo.
Because even the big eyes that are mentioned there, I don't have them.
Iqhomo lezi eshiwo laphana anginazo.
The cheekbones that are being referred to there, I don't have them.
So izinto nje ezikhona lapha ebonakalayo ukuthi kahle kahle into lena uGininda azama ukuyikhanda nethimba lakhe.
These things are there, are clear that it is just things that Gininda and his team are trying to make up.
Mara South Africa iqinisa lento livelile.
But we are in South Africa. The truth will eventually come out.
Mncube is laying it all on the line here. Let's break down what we just heard because this is highly calculated defense work. He is leaning heavily on the physical mismatches. The eyewitnesses inside the Khumalo house described a dark-skinned man with short dreadlocks, big eyes, prominent cheekbones, and a gold tooth. Mncube stands up in court and says, "Look at me. I'm a light-skinned person. My dreadlocks were long. I don't have big eyes. I don't have cheekbones. And I have never had a gold tooth." But his biggest grenade, the DNA. He's reminding the court that the forensic DNA evidence from the scene does not match him. He is painting a picture of a state framework that is trying to capture a cycle, forcing him into a profile that doesn't fit him. But it gets even deeper. The defense then pivots to a detail that almost everyone missed: the shooter's accent. Let's look at this clip where the language barrier becomes Mncube's ultimate shield.
You would also recall that the witnesses who were in the house who came to testify here said that the person who got into the house, actually, upon entering the house, he instructed the occupants in the house to give money and cell phone, but particularly, I think it was Mr. Twala, said that person spoke in isiZulu, but not a Zulu. In other words, you could hear that this person is not actually a Zulu, you know, it like it's township Zulu, but not like as in pure Zulu, as he put it.
Uzokhumbula ke kwasho ofakazi ke lana ukuthi ke umuntu ke mayengena ke noma loyo owangena ke uma into ayisho ebantwini ke ababesendini wathi ke ama cell phones nemali, kodwa yena ke uthwala uma ekusho ukuthi ke wamuzwa umuntu loyo uma ekusho lokho ukuthi cha uyamuzwa lo muntu ukuthi kasiyena ke umZulu.
In fact, to paraphrase him, he said that person spoke Sotho Zulu, Sezulu.
Empeleni ke uma nje ungasho lokho kwasho yena ke uthwala ukuthi ke umuntu loyo wayekusho ke lokho ngasi Sotho Zulu.
Yebo ngamuzwa phela sho kanjalo wathi Sotho Zulu lapho.
Yes, I heard him. That is exactly what he said. He said the person said it in Sotho Zulu.
Do you have any comments?
Khona ungakusho?
Understand, before you comment, that is also one of the sacrosanct, is it sacrosanct? Or one of the main determining, one of the main identifying features of the perpetrator who got into the house.
Khumbula ngaphambi kokuthi ukhulumeke ukuthi ke ezinye ke zezinto ke lezo ezichaza ke noma ke ezisho ke umuntu loyo owangena endlini.
Any comments?
Khona ungakusho?
Hayi babechaza umuntu owangena endlini hayi mina.
They were talking about the person that entered the house, not me.
Mina ngumZulu ozalelwe emakhaya.
I am a Zulu by birth who was born in the villages.
Ngikhulele emakhaya.
I grew up in the villages.
IsiZulu sami nje siqonde ngqondo isixelebeleni phela mina.
I am Zulu by birth. I speak pure Zulu.
Lo kuthiwa ukhuluma isiZulu Sotho nje lapha hayi babengashoyela waseMancubeni.
Now, when they said that this person was speaking Sotho Zulu, they were not referring to the person or to me, who is from the Ncube clan.
Ngoba mina ngumZulu mina kuthiwa kuyimi wayezothi nje ukhuluma isiZulu nje siqonde ngqondo.
Because I am Zulu. If it was me, he was going to say that the person spoke proper Zulu.
Kodwa futhi noma ngabe kuthiwa kunjalo futhi amaZulu maningi.
But even so, there are many Zulu-speaking people.
Akusimina ngedwa umZulu.
I'm not the only Zulu person.
Lokho abakushoyo lokho ukuthi isiZulu Sotho kuhlangana ngqona lezi zinto ezisho abantu basendlini so dark in complexion hayi kokukimi.
Now, all these things that were said by the people that were in the house, the description that the person was dark in complexion, it does not affect me, or it is not connected to me.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Mthobisi Mncube's final defense pillar, the Sesotho accent. Think about how powerful this argument is for a jury or a judge in South Africa. Eyewitness Mthokozisi Twala testified that the killer spoke a broken township hybrid of Sizulu and Sesotho, what he called Sotho Zulu. Mncube's counterpunch: I'm a pure Zulu man, born and raised in the rural villages. I speak proper, flawless isiZulu. If it was me, Twala would have noticed a pure Zulu accent. This opens a massive question for the prosecution. If the DNA excludes him, if the skin complexion doesn't match, and if the language profile is completely different, how does the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mncube fired that fatal shot? The state's cross-examination is going to be a bloodbath. They are going to have to rely heavily on cell phone pings, which also excludes Mr. Mncube. At the time Senzo Mewa was shot. What do you think, guys? Is Mncube speaking the absolute truth? Or is this a masterclass in courtroom performance? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Hot Seat SA, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, keep it locked in. Keep it right here. This is the Hot Seat SA.
Ticking clocks and a sweat soaked scene. Can you